I hated school. Now, I don't know if you like school, but I hated school from kindergarten to 12th grade. And I finally graduated in 1989 and started my company. And in 93, I started flying because I loved equipment. So I don't know, 25 hours in, I was solo, and an instructor came to me one day and he said, Alan, you need to go ahead and take your written test so that I can schedule your flight test, you can get your private pilot's license. And that's the day I quit. And I've thought a long time and a lot about why I hated school so much. And it kind of hit me. I'm a little slow, 30 plus years later. The reason I hated school so much is because I couldn't read very well. Now listen, if you can't read, it's tough to go to school. It's really hard to take tests. Every grade got a little more difficult, every test more daunting, and my self-image and my self-esteem just kept sinking. And my biggest fear every day was that, gosh, I hope the teacher doesn't ask me to read out loud, because I hated that. I would have to sound the words out, and it was so humiliating. I was so embarrassed. I thought, what's wrong with me? Something's wrong with me. Everybody's better than I am. I'm not good enough. I don't know if you've ever felt that way, but it's not fun. And I heard John Maxwell in 2000 say, leaders are readers. And I thought, well, I'm a leader, but I'm not reading. That's not good, because I hated reading. The only thing worse than me reading was me trying to read to someone else. It was just painful. Out loud, it's awful. But I began to learn to read, and I stepped out of my comfort zone. And a few years, guess what? I could read. And in 2006, I'll never forget it, I was in my basement, and I saw my old logbook, and I thought, you know what? I need to conquer that fear of taking tests. I was scared to death to take a test, because it's hard to take tests when you can't read very well. I mean, especially those timed ones. And so I thought, I'm going to go ahead and get my license. So in a couple of months, I had my license. I remember what Jack Canfield said. He said, everything you want's on the other side of fear. And I remember getting the help that I needed to conquer that fear of taking that test. And since 2007, I went on to get my helicopter ratings. I've owned 4 helicopters. I've had the privilege of flying a helicopter from the coast of California all the way across America to the coast of South Carolina. And I've had some amazing experience in a helicopter. But here's the deal. None of that would have happened if I would have not made the choice, not taken the step of action to be uncomfortable and learn. That's what it takes.